Friends, welcome to DK Management HR and Labor Laws YouTube channel. Today's topic is very important and everybody is concerned about this topic. So, today's topic is why appointment letters? Its a meaning and types of appointment letters and when to issue such appointment letters. Part 1. So, this topic is concerned to every such person who is working in any factory, in any capacity, with or without skill, and for the employers also who wants to employ workers at any level. So, being legal and very conceptual, please watch full video to understand basics of this topic. Also, don't forget to subscribe, share, like and comment this channel. If we see the history, before 1946, it was free hand given to the employers, or there was no any formal rules or regulations to fix the service conditions of workmen, and hence employers were using the workmen at their own will. As a result, there was always confusion and conflict among the workmen and employers. And this was creating unrest at shop floor. In view of this, central government has introduced the Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946. The object of this act is very clear. In view of the history, object of this act was to issue the guidelines to the employers for uniform conditions of service in industrial establishment so that both parties, workmen and employer, can understand the terms of employment about their rights and responsibilities at their workplace. So, ultimate goal was to ensure the smooth functioning of the organization to achieve the organization goals. So, this is the legal base for appointment letters. Let's understand next, why appointment letter? Is it essential? Yes. The Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act 1946 focused on the employment terms and conditions and also issued the guidelines to the employers to communicate the same in prescribed manner to understand, to achieve the desired goals of the industry. Accordingly, some sort of agreement is essential between the parties in prescribed manner. So, in view of the objective of this act, the term of appointment letter came in practice and it became legally binding on all such parties concerned. This is the way appointment letter is essential document. Let's see the applicability of this act. This act is applicable by two ways. One is establishments and other one is workmen. First one, this act is applicable to every industrial establishment in which 150 or more workmen are employed. This is a central act provision. But central act has already empowered the respective state government to introduce their own rules, their state-wise. For example, in Maharashtra, state government has made it applicable to every such industrial establishment and commercial establishment in which 50 or more workmen are employed. But at the same time, this is not commonly applicable to all across the section. This act has exempted the industries covered under Bombay Industrial Relations Act, that is called BIR Act, and some establishment covered by Central Government Act and some civil services also. So this is about the establishment's applicability. Let's see next applicability so that it gives more clarity. Under this act, workman is defined as and accepted as defined under the Industrial Dispute Act. So it is very important to understand who is the workman under this act or under Industrial Dispute Act. Industrial Dispute Act is also a central act. So let's go in details of the workman. It means any person including an apprentice. Here apprentice means not government apprentice, company trainees, employed in any industry to do any type of work that is manual, unskilled, skilled, technical, operational, clerical or supervisory work for hire or reward, and whether the terms of employment be express or employed, means whether you issue any formal appointment letter or not, their status is workman. But at the same time, this definition has also excluded certain category of people. So that is the person employed in managerial and administrative capacity. And second, supervisors who draws their monthly wages exceeding 10,000 rupees per month but enjoying the powers of managerial or administrative nature at their workplace, they are also exempted. Here only lots of confusions are there in the industry. Just by designating somebody, it doesn't become manager or supervisor in real sense. Legally, they have to have managerial or administrative powers, and the respective person must draw monthly wages exceeding rupees 10,000 per month. By rationalizing the designations, one cannot become manager or supervisor. We have seen in the industry almost 70 to 80% manpower is covered under this category. But in practice, if you see, lots of people are designated just for specific purpose. So there are lots of confusions. It is very important to understand if this act is applicable to only such industries where 150 or 50 in Maharashtra workmen are employed, then what happens with such workmen where this act is not applicable? Because about 25 to 30% industries comes under medium or small scale category. Here also there are so many Supreme Court guidelines and Act has defined certain guidelines. Their terms of service will be governed by the agreement or practice prevailing in similar establishments, but this always creates confusion and conflict among the workmen and employers. Hence, considering all other facts, rules and regulations as applicable to the respective industries, it is essential to form a proper appointment letter and issue the all concern. Next point is, let's see the meaning of appointment letter. It's very important. Everybody must know the meaning of appointment letter. Very important point in view of the above provisions, means Industrial Employment Standing Order Act. Appointment is a legal document and must be issued and preserved by both the parties, being legal document. This document confirms the common terms of employment to workmen and employer for common interest. This document also specifies rights and responsibilities of workmen. Similarly, this also specifies the rights and responsibilities of the employer. In case of any confusion or conflict, appointment letter is considered as legal document for common reference and related legal provisions also. So, this is about the meaning of the appointment letter. So, next is types of appointment letter. Because there is no any single letter, appointment letter is common to all categories. There are different types of appointment letter to different type of people. What is that? Appointment letter depends on following factors. One is category of workmen. Under this category, skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled, clerical or supervisory people comes. And next factor is types of workmen. Means casual, temporary, trainee, apprentice, part-time, probationary, permanent, fixed term or government apprentice. According to their type and category, their appointment terms are confirmed. Certain terms and conditions of employment are different as per the above information. So this is about the basic concept about the appointment letter. We have discussed types of workmen and category of workmen. This we have discussed in earlier video in detail. So for any references, please refer our earlier videos for better understanding. In view of the above factors, employer has to prepare and issue different types of appointment letters to different category and type of workmen according to their nature of responsibility. Okay, we understood about all these basics, but when to issue the formal appointment letter? It is also equally important. One cannot issue appointment letter after 6 months or 1 year of joining the workmen. So, once the parties comes to the certain common terms of employment after the process of interview, then at the time of joining the establishment or industry, employers are supposed to issue the appointment letter and seek the acknowledgement also of the respective workman on the appointment letter as token of acceptance. Because in case of any difference, if you doesn't take the acknowledgement, it may happen that some party may say that I have not received this document, so I am not aware. To avoid all those future confusions, it is important for both the parties to ensure that appointment letter is properly acknowledged and signed by both the parties. So, this is all about the appointment letter. So, at the time of issuing, at the time of joining the also, both the parties must be very careful. So, don't forget to subscribe our channel, share, like and comment also. In next video, we will discuss model appointment letter in next week. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Goodbye. Thanks for watching our video.